A keynote here, if you're ever buying this set, you see the off-centering. So if you see this gold X-Fractor, we do have a print line, but this was actually a BGS 9.5. Hey everyone, Austin here with Carlson Cards, back with a PSA reveal video. It's been a few months. I now have a baby. We have a beautiful daughter. My wife and the baby are doing well. So I want to take the time to just throw up a quick PSA reveal. This is a 25 card order that I sent right before the PSA special in January. It took about a month and a half. Really cool grades, a lot of awesome cards. I don't know if I'll consistently be uploading videos moving forward, but whenever I get a cool PSA reveal, I'm going to try to get those up. Podcasts will take a little bit still, just need the time with the baby, that sort of thing. Hope you guys enjoy. Really, really awesome cards. Be sure to stick around until the end, and thanks for joining, and good to see you all again. So up first, we have a Charles Woodson. This is out of Flair Showcase, Legacy Collection, row 3. It is actually a PSA 7, but this is a pretty strong grade for the card. This is one I got in a trade. Charles Woodson stuff has been very hard to find. I've been trying to find key rookies, and this one obviously being number 100 is a big card. But there was some good denting, if you can see right there, and then some chipping on the bottom. So 7, honestly, pretty strong grade. Wasn't sure if it'd get a 6 or a 7, so that's a good one. A keynote here, if you're ever buying this set, need to have the name here in the foil. So if you look at it and you see a cheap, even like a sale price or something up for auction, it does not have that. It will go way less to backdoor copy, so keep that in mind. But yeah, cool card there. Another thing I've been working on lately is the 99 Finest Hall of Fame set. So I've been working on these. Gotten pretty good at telling condition now at this point, which I'm really happy about. I've learned you can get away with a little bit, if you see right there, a little bit of white, but anything on these other corners or foil peeling or anything like that, they will hit you really hard on it. There's a lot of creases on these too and wrinkles, but this was a great copy. Got a PSA 10 on the Jerome Bettis. And the ones I sent here, because again, this was $19 service and not a $15 bulk, I tried to send things that I thought were 10s, specifically for like this sort of set. Anything I thought was a 9 or 8, I sent with the $15 service, and I'll have an order for that probably next week, uploaded as well. So we have a Troy Aikman, another big one for the set, Hall of Famer. Obviously, like I just said, these are all numbered out of 100. This set does have backdoor copies too. Make sure you find a serial number on the back, otherwise I would not buy it. The non-serial number copies that are backdoor also do not have the perforated edges, I think you'd call it there. So deckled maybe, I can't remember. Somebody's told me this before, but yeah, this one did gem as well. Same idea here, really nice condition, just getting very confident with the set. It's not the easiest grade. There's a lot of 6s, 7s, and 8s with these edges, but I'm getting pretty good understanding here of what will gem, what will 9, what will 5 or lower, that sort of thing. Exhibit Terrell Owens, another 10 for my set. This has been really, really great getting some 10s here. A lot of these, again, I expect 8s, 9s, but these are ones I was very confident in. This set has a lot of Hall of Famers, so it'll take me a while, but nice to get 4 in all gems. So huge names here. Steve Young, again, PSA 10, numbered out of 100. These are great. A lot of the pops on these too are like 2 or 3, that sort of thing. What I like about this set, and it's, again, kind of cool why I like to collect it, I only do collect football myself personally, but a lot of the other sports have very, very popular and great players in these sets too, like the Ken Griffey for baseball. Michael Jordan is not in this set, but I think there's Kobe, of course, that sort of thing. So those cards for other sports do very well as well. Next, we have Roger Clemens. This one's got a PSA 7. You can see kind of the bubble here. That's just from the slab. That's not on the card. Not sure what happened here, but I actually am guessing. Again, I'm pretty confident with this set, but I still make mistakes. I'm guessing it's kind of this edge. You can see it's kind of pushed in here on the right one. So this one did get a 7, unfortunately, but that's all right. Not the worst. We have 2 7s now already, of course. And then next, we have a PSA 8. This is another one. Again, this is the gem subset. The other one was, I think this was called Gamer subset. So this is a PSA 8 on the Roger Clemens here. These two will probably go up in the eBay store. Again, just don't collect baseball. Found a good deal on some of these, so I just grabbed them. Kind of like I talked about on the channel consistently is, again, I buy and sell quite a bit, heavily collect football, so I buy and sell the other sports quite a bit more to kind of fund a collection. That's just the way I've found the best way to go about this for myself. Next, we have Roger Clemens, Gold Refractor. This is a base set. This is the one you want a 10 on, and I did get a 10. So there's a nice hit here on this one. Again, obviously numbered out 100. Assume pretty big card. I know the Griffey is like 7,000, 8,000. This is now nowhere close to that, but again, I'd assume a couple $100, something like that. So nice to get a 10 there, and especially to pay for kind of the screw ups here on these other two. But yeah, good gem here. As you can see, very nice order so far. I promise it doesn't stay this good the whole time, but we have some really awesome cards still coming up. All right, next we have the Power Speed Topps Chrome 1998 Barry Sanders Season's Best Refractor. So this one's a pretty neat looking card. I like the gear in the back, just a great looking shot of Barry. These are obviously heavily short printed, the refractors here. And this one I was hoping could possibly gem, but they're obviously extremely tough. Did get a 9 here, not bad at all there though. That'll probably go up in the eBay store as well. Next, we have a couple Yao Ming rookie refractors. These I have never gemmed. I've graded probably 4 now, if I count these two. And I got a 9 on this one, which I was pretty confident in. You can kind of see the off-centering. So if you see the right and left side is a little thinner and the top's a little thicker, that should be even. So this one did get a 9. And then the next one, much cleaner. I thought the centering was a lot better. Did get a 9 too, unfortunately. And I think I would have known if these gem because I'm likely would have been upcharged. I think the 10's a massive card. So 2 9s, but that's fine. I bought these out of China, ironically, on eBay. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's called Card Hobby Official, some new account that I've seen that sells out of China. The shipping is pretty reasonable, came in really nice shape. I was pretty happy about that. So these are 2 9s that, again, go on the eBay store, kind of help pay for some of the collection cards that I've shown you that I'll be adding for myself. And speaking of collection cards, speaking of amazing cards and, the reason why I grade and collect, check this baby out. So we have the Tony Gonzalez Gold X Fractor. We do have a print line, but I know they give some leeway on these sometimes, as long as the rest of the card is completely perfect. And we gem this sucker. So this was an amazing hit. When I opened this order, again, I was like really thrilled. I mean, to be honest. So interestingly, I have another Gold X Fractor coming up. I thought that one was even better condition, so I put that one second. I put this one first, assuming it was a 9. But we did gem. So sometimes it goes your way on these things. Again, I figured this would have. Instead, the one that I didn't think got a 10. These are numbered out of 10. This is arguably, I would say, my standalone favorite looking card in parallels right here. These are virtually impossible to find. I don't know if there's ever been another sale of this Gonzalez specifically. Just found it on eBay. Caught it right when it was listed, that sort of thing. Great looking card for, arguably you would say the NFL's best tight end of all time in terms of career numbers, that sort of thing. Perhaps not skill, right? Maybe you take Gronkowski in their prime, Travis Kelce, maybe Antonio Gates, I don't know, in their prime. But Gonzalez is like the man when it comes to career accolades, that's for sure. Just a huge add to the collection. All right, next we have a Hines Ward 2005 Finest Gold X Fractor. Like I said, I thought this one was even better condition, but 05, this parallel was only done in 05 and 06. Should have mentioned that in Finest, numbered out of 10. But 05 is consistently a tougher grade because the back is red and black. This one's got a white back. So you see here the corner is just slightly white. I've seen 10s with corners like that. This front was amazing. Boy, did I get a 9. But again, I cannot complain. This card looks amazing. And I love the fact what's kind of interesting about this one specifically is the X Fractor on the left here and the right. They both X Fractor through the player. So like a lot of cards, you're going to see an X Fractor there. The player, I think, goes on top of the X Fractor design, so there's no X Fractor on the actual player. But here you can see like his pants. It just fits in very well with the rest of the card, matches great. It's a beautiful, beautiful card for a guy that might not make the Hall of Fame, but, probably has as good of a case as, a lot of guys, but again, probably won't, but one of the best Steelers of all time. And my Packers beat him in the Super Bowl, so always have that memory as well. Next, we have a Kelvin Johnson Bowman Chrome Gold Refractor. Got a PSA 9, unfortunately. Was really shooting for a 10 here, but if I recall the back, a little off-center. That was the main concern I had. These are always out of 50, these gold refractors for most years, especially for, again, the mid to late 2000s. They were almost always out of 50. Great looking card for Kelvin. I do like this here of Bowman Chrome. Not sure if I'll throw this one on eBay or keep it. I probably will keep hunting for a 10. I'm not quite sure. Really focused on Finest at this point. I bought a few of these raw on eBay that were just sitting or, at Save Search, that sort of thing. But I've learned too, when you collect a player, it's not the worst to grab a card that you're not sure if you want to keep forever, because you can always trade it, that sort of thing. Kind of connect with other collectors and see if they have a card that you need, again, for a run you're working on or a player, that sort of thing, and end up trading them. So that's a nice hit there. To Larry Fitzgerald Black X Fractor. So again, I talk about the gold here. These are the blacks. They both look great. And again, this one kind of goes through the player. It's like the X Fractor doesn't quite go through the player as much on this one. But great looking card. This is for, obviously, Fitzgerald. And we did gem this one. Very, very big hit again. No print line here that, again, that Gonzalez did have. These are numbered out of 25. When I talk about like a super short print for Finest, that's which is something I consider myself a collector of. For 06, these are the two that I go after, are the gold X Fractors and the black X Fractors. There's a gold out of 49. Probably would add those if possible, but these are the two that I personally just like the most, and I think they're, after collecting a player like Peyton Manning, I've learned these are just close to impossible to find, so I want to add these while I can in high grade, before they all, go off into the abyss and you never can find them anymore, which obviously at this point it's pretty much that case anyway. 2006 Topps Chrome Charles Woodson Red Refractor. numbered out of 259. I've always liked this card because of the Packers uniform, and this is the first year he joined the team. We did hit the PSA 9 here on this one. I'd love to find a black. I've never seen a black, I don't think, or a blue. But this, again, is the red. Probably not a keeper for me, just numbered very, very highly. But I will say, I wish they did a green or a gold in this set. Just would look great with the Packers jersey. But yeah, probably one I'll toss up on the eBay store that I just found on eBay, but did get a 9 there. Next, we have an Eli Manning Gold Refract 2013 Finest, numbered at 75. Did get the PSA 9. I have struggled with this year at Finest for whatever reason. Typically, you'd assume it's a fairly easy one, but again, with these kind of, anytime you see the corners colored like this with, a red or a black or a brown, you just really have to watch. I don't know if there's any whitening here, but they can just hit it so easily, especially like, again, these top corners, a little bit of whitening, they'll just hit you on it. So got a 9 on that one. Like I said, we didn't all get 10s. There were definitely some 9s in here. And then now, these are some cards from the set I'm working on, which is the 2013 Panini Select Gold Prism set. So if you have any of these and, sitting around, feel free to comment or shoot me a message on Instagram. I'm looking for the whole set, the non-rookies. And this one we did hit a PSA 8. I knew off-centered. Every AJ Green I've seen, and I finally pulled the trigger on one, has been off-centered. These are always numbered out of 10. But yeah, PSA 8 on this one. I threw it in front because I thought it was the worst condition, hoping that the ones behind could 9 or 10, right? Because that one's the worst. And I will say the 4 I have in here are ones that I had left over because I didn't quite think they could gem. So I had them saved up and was like, I'll just send them while I can. And they're all better named players, so I'll send them for $19. Next, we have a John Elway Gold Prism. Cool part about this set is anything numbered out of 130 or 100 and higher are retired players. So this is the John Elway. Got a PSA 9, obviously very low pop on any of these. So this one's numbered 5 of 10. Got a PSA 9. I was happy about this one actually because I believe it had quite a bit of surface issues. So I got it and paid a pretty penny for this one. And I was worried it would 8, but did get a 9. So I'm very happy about that. Nice one to add to the collection. All right. Next, we have the Marshawn Lynch Gold Prism. This was actually a BGS 9.5 with, I think, a 9 subgrade. So I snapped it. I'm doing the whole set in PSA anyway. Did get a PSA 9, unfortunately. But like I said, I sent it because I thought it was going to get a 9. The surface was not as good as what the Beckett subgrades would have indicated. So this one did get a 9. But obviously, great player, phenomenal. Guy that's very, very well liked, including by myself. Great memories with him. Next, we have the Terry Bradshaw, again, retired vet legend here. Did get the PSA 9 on the Gold Prism out of 10. And these are cool. I like the Steelers uniform always with these gold prisms. They just look really nice. And speaking of Steelers players in gold prisms, we have a Troy Polamalu gold prism. This one, I think it just save search got triggered. And I know I've had a heck of a time finding him in 13. So I was able to add this one here for 14. And I got a PSA 9. Numbered out of 10, obviously, again, from 13 to 14, still kept that numbered out of 10. And this one, if I recall, is a little off-center with some surface, so 9 is pretty good grade. Probably will use this, again, to fund this set, but you find a card like this, you have an outside shot at 10, might be able to trade into 2 or 3 of these, or, again, sell and then use that money to buy 2 or 3 of these. So it was worth the try, but didn't work out this time. All right, a few more here before we're done. We have a Steph Curry Red, White, and Blue Mosaic Prism, just a nice one for the eBay store. These are always very short printed. The 2013, they didn't print obviously a ton of, and the parallels are very limited. So good one here, and obviously great looking card with the mosaic refractor type design there. Next we have, again, 2013. This is now the Pulsar for Tom Brady. There's the blue Pulsar, obviously cool jersey match for Brady in the New England Patriots uniform. This is one that, again, go up in the eBay store, just not rare enough, not a set I'm looking for, but these are ones where, again, short printed enough to where it's like you can find them ungraded and gem them. Pretty high demand card. It's nice to be able to keep an eye out for a card like that. And again, these typically actually the set grades well because I talked about the black back versus white back. This is white back, so it's just easier to grade just in general. Just something to keep in mind as you guys are hunting eBay or card shows or that sort of thing, looking for cards to grade. So 2002 Topps Racine Randy Moss Refractor. Got a PSA 10 on this one. I've always liked this set. Numbered out of 349. These come uncirculated, so I always pick them up when I can. So it's a nice ad. And again, really great order. Tons of personal collection cards. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Definitely, like I said, hope to be back next week or the week following with another reveal and just kind of ease back into the channel. So hope you guys have a great week ahead. I'll see you again soon, and thanks for the support.